Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And I have with me today David of Tarot by the Bay. Gary is off spending time with his mom.
He's running errands. He's driving Miss Daisy around.
Yeah. In other words, he chose someone else over us and you. I'm just saying.
He'd rather be here.
So welcome everyone. And how are things with you, David?
Well, going fine. As I was telling Marina backstage before we started, I guess all those estimates on December 12th or 13th where Trump was supposed to kick the bucket didn't come true. Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a what do you call it? Where you get to pick the date of something and everyone puts in a couple.
Deadpool.
Yes. There you go.
Now, I will confess to a little bit of darkness is that I was at my sister's house where my mom is staying, and the Army-Navy football game was on, and I think it was halftime, and Trump was marching out there, and I may have shouted something like "Drop dead, you." But he didn't do us. It was perfect. You got 50,000+ people in a stadium, all the military there, and news stations watching it. It would have been the perfect venue to just drop dead. Perfect. It'd have been glorious. And we can't have nice things.
No, I know. That's As much as we all anticipate.
You would have upstaged one of the biggest football rivalries there is, Army-Navy. It would have been amazing.
Yes, exactly. And he had his opportunity. He let it pass him by.
Yeah.
So, and yet Leanna says he could tomorrow night. There is always tomorrow night.
Is there something going on tomorrow night for him?
I'm not sure. There might be something. I mean, honestly, David, when it comes to him, there's always something that is,
Well, he was going to be giving out some awards at an award, like the Kennedy Center. I don't know if that already happened or not. Addressing the nation. Oh, that would be great. Can't take that one.
Oh, yes, that would be glorious.
That would fit so many people's predictions. Even Dan Greeny. Now, I will often quote Dan Greeny, who's the writer for The Simpsons. Not Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons. Dan Greeny, who's a writer for The Simpsons. And he wrote the episode about Trump becoming president, and Sterling, amongst other people, kept commenting that the writer for The Simpsons is intuitive because he's nailed some things. Dan Greeny said it would be spectacular. His downfall would be spectacular and undeniable. So
I'll go along with that.
I'm okay with it tomorrow night. I'm okay with that.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? We never ever wish ill upon someone else.
I kind of did on Sunday, so I really have to apologize for that. It was just the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
It was a crime of passion.
Yes. Yeah. We're just eagerly anticipating it. That's what. Yeah. So. So there we go. And so so many things that we can choose to look at tonight. It's wild. It's crazy, all the things that are going on. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who have joined us. We've got 93 in the room so far, but I know that we're going to be, yeah, we're going to be well above that. So thank you, whether you're from my channel or David or Gary's channel. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do have their info listed in the description of the video, so make sure that you go over there and subscribe to their channels because why not? Don't you want to be informed? All the cool kids are.
Exactly. It's been a struggle recently. I think YouTube's been doing a solid job of unsubscribing people for channels. It's literally been treading water for the last couple weeks trying to get subs on there. It's usually not a problem.
Yes, yeah, and I think you're right, and I'm noticing an uptick in subscribers who will sometimes make a comment, and generally not a nice comment. And when I go and check on them, because I can see who it is,
Mhm.
and it's generally someone who's fairly new and has one subscriber. So yeah, I think that there's some bots that are possibly being, yeah.
Now, I guess on one end of it, if I'm losing subscribers because they're removing dozens of bots a day, talking about the manifestation from somebody's book, and then you got 23 other bots respond to it, I'm okay with it.
Yes.
I'll take the loss. They were never people anyways.
Well, yeah, there you go. So yeah, that works out. And so let me see, did I just see something? Yeah, Rose Blue said, yeah, check your subs weekly now. Yes. Yeah, you may think that you're subscribed, but you may have been dropped, and they don't tell us who they drop, and they certainly don't tell you. All of a sudden you just stop getting notifications for shows.
Right.
And so yeah, it's a good idea for the ones that the shows that you like to watch regularly. Just go into and make sure that you're subscribed, and make sure that you hit the notifications bell. That way anytime that we're posting, we're going live, doing whatever. So there we are. And thank you all of you for joining us. So one of the things that I thought that we can kind of start off with, and that's just clearing up a little bit of misconception. Okay. And that is, Rose Blue, I'm not calling you out. Not at all. No, but Rose Blue had posted earlier that rumors of Article 2, Section 4, high crimes and misdemeanors, that means the whole cabinet. And I wanted to take a look at that, because that would be something fabulous for us to read on if that was the case. And actually, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Okay, so here's what I found was the Constitution of the United States say in Article 2, Section 4, if the president is impeached for treason, the vice president and all civil officers shall be removed. And the answer is no, that's not true. The quote appearing in social media posts is not accurate. Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution reads, the president, vice president, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. So basically what that means is If you're a high-ranking official and you've been found guilty of treason, you can be removed.
Right.
If you're the vice president and you've been found guilty of bribery or something else, you can be removed. It doesn't mean that if the top guy is removed, anyone under him is
removed. And another way to look at it is if realize this was written 250 years ago and in legalese.
Yes.
How you and I might say it is, any of the following can be removed from office due to impeachment for high crimes and misdemeanors, including the president, the vice president, and any officer of the administration or something along those lines. Yes. So long and short, if Trump gets removed, no, Vance and the whole crew don't go with him. It's just Trump.
Yeah. So and
sorry, as much as we'd like it to be the other way around, that's not how
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And believe me, I'm right there with you in that. Yes, yeah. If the apple is rotten, then yeah, you don't just cut away the part that's rotten. You get rid of the whole thing. So there you go. So just wanted to mention that, so that if I don't want to be putting out maybe information that isn't overly accurate, right? So it's just better to err on the side of caution. Yeah.
Who says yes? It would be one by one. They each get their day in court to be humiliated, called out for their crappy behaviors, and then thrown out of the saloon by the scruff of their neck. Enjoy each and every one of them.
Exactly. Total. Sign me up for that. Okay. So there's that. The other thing that came out today, which was fairly interesting, is Susie Wiles.
Susie Wiles, I knew it. my reading tonight's on that one. That's why I was already chuckling evilly.
Yes, Susie Wiles and the Vanity Fair interview, and apparently she and the interviewer are good friends. So there's some discussion about, did she realize that she was on the record, or did she think that she was just having a conversation with a friend? So, she did, the Vanity Fair interview came out, and she did a little bit of walking back. But, what she said in that interview wasn't, it wasn't a lie. I mean, she basically said out loud what we have all known, what we have seen, and so on and so forth. So I thought maybe we could start off by saying, or looking at the cards and asking, did she realize that she was on the record? Thank you, Rose Blue. That is very kind of you. Let's return to you.
Okay. Interesting. So Dan Newhouse owns a company that owns Vanity Fair. That's what I was looking at. And I asked, is Dan Newhouse conservative? Yes, Dan Newhouse identifies as a conservative Republican, emphasizing constitutional principles, economic growth, and border security, despite being one of the few Republicans to vote to impeach Donald Trump. Oh my! So he must have been a senator or a House member. His political background. He's a congressman. He must be a House member. Okay, so one of the things to sort of consider also is if American oligarchs are done with Donald Trump, you have to slowly get rid of him. You can't just flip the pancake over, as it were, and expect no problems. You have to slowly turn up the temperature so that people turn away from him. you erode his base of support. And if you go after Susie Wiles, who is a staunch Trumper and his chief of staff, you could really shake up his cabinet, which gives you a 25th Amendment avenue, make things easier on that one. So, was Susie Wiles aware of her being on the record?
Mhm. I think yeah,
She should have been. The answer is she should have been.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Do you want me to go?
You go ahead.
Okay. So I start off with the Ten of Pentacles. That yeah, she knew she was on the record. Um, I think that she might have even considered this as kind of a way to maybe draw attention in an area that she wasn't initially prepared to go. I think that it has caused a little bit of worry in terms of did she could she have been um, kinder with her words? I think that is kind of bothering her. Then I get the yeah, the five of
Once.
wands. That's the hillbilly brawl card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody fighting and arguing over what she said, but I think it's part of a plan. So even though she's come out and tried to say, well, I was misquoted, whatnot, I think it's not genuine backpedaling, right? And then I end with the strength card in that I think that there's things going on behind the scenes that require her to go along with this. What do you get?
Interesting. I got the Five of Swords as the foundation of the reading. Winning, losing, no compromise. I think I don't think I knew that she was friends with the interviewer going in on my reading. I think with that though, she thought she could go in and be as candid as she normally would be underneath at the Four of Swords when she should have been more contemplative. I don't think. I think she thought her friend had her back. Sent her underneath as the Queen of Swords. Dude, you were talking with a reporter doing an interview for a magazine. Yeah, you guys are friends socially, but this is money we're talking about here.
Yes.
This is business.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing pro athletes run into with reporters. They get on friendly terms with some reporters and they open up, and then the reporter prints a story, and then the athlete gets mad at the reporter saying, "Hey, man, what the hell are you doing? Why did you print that?" It's like, "Well, you told me that." It's like, "Yeah, but that's because we were buds and hanging out." But for the reporter, they're always working. They're not.
Yeah.
They may be friendly, but they're not friends.
Yes.
And that's the difference. And I think Susie Wild got burned on that.
Yeah. She should have known better.
Oh,
She
absolutely.
should have known better. And
I heard one person speculate that maybe they thought Vanity Fair was a fashion magazine and wasn't going to actually hit him with any hard hitting journalism and was just going to be a fluff piece.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and actually, very very good question. Spiritual Hack says, "Who is this serving?" Is the question. Yeah, we can take a look at that. Who is served by that? Yeah. And could it be Grace Gilbert says, she isn't stupid. I wonder if this is intended to divert attention. Okay. Who is... Ooh. Oh. Interesting.
Okay, I made myself laugh. I don't think it's right, but I made myself laugh. Oh, how interesting.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm getting who it served. My foundation arena, I get the nine of coins, the woman of wealth. This to me is Susie Wiles, but underneath it is the emperor card. And so I'm trying to think who's the emperor. What made me chuckle is maybe it was her dad, Pat Summerall. Uh, for
Yeah.
those who don't know who Pat Summerall is, he's I believe a late sports announcer, and it was her father, but he was also an alcoholic. And in the Vanity Fair article, she mentions that she can work with Donald Trump because she's used to working with alcoholics, and he's like an alcoholic in
Yes.
his thinking and his mindset. Um, who benefits from this? I'm not sure because it's focusing on her and like her relationship with her dad, but she's hung herself out to dry.
Hmm.
And dealing with alcohol, to me, this Ace of Cups was she's upset, but I think this is alcoholism. And now she's wondering if she said too much.
Yeah.
It's who benefits from it. It's she, in some ways, she does because she's dealt with alcoholics, or she's lived with alcoholics, but she hasn't dealt with alcoholics. And her dad was an alcoholic, and Daddy Trump is an alcoholic. So, in some ways, this is for her to take a new look at her life with alcoholism and how she deals and attracts people with that. And when are you going to stop?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a much more practical one for that as well.
Yeah. I, you know what? I think, yeah, your reading kind of explains mine. Um, I get the Six of Swords. Um, yeah, wanting to get to calmer waters, wanting to kind of regain control of the situation by coming out and trying to explain what she meant by certain things. I get the Five of Wands again. I,
Mhm.
so the arguing back and forth and kind of it's almost like the internal struggle, and the internal struggle is about the illusion and delusion. The yeah, she may not realize that just because she has um, a history with a parent who is alcoholic, that doesn't mean that she understands alcoholics. Not unless maybe she yeah, one doesn't equate with the other. Just because an alcoholic, you lived with one, unless you've done a lot of soul searching and whatnot, and gotten into some of that illusion and delusion that you kind of frame around things. You may not. She might very well be um, giving in to Trump because that's what she's used to doing. So yeah, I think it doesn't answer the question of who benefits, but yeah, maybe this is going to give her an opportunity um, to look at her past and say, well, maybe I don't know as much as I thought I did.
Yeah. And looking at some of the comments
Yeah.
on there, I now understand that Susie Wild could say all these things, but she doesn't control if they get printed or not, or when they get printed.
Yes.
I do believe, though, that the printing of this article was timed very well with the chaos that's going on in the Trump administration. It's going to hit that much harder because of its timing.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And one of the things that I mean, she talked about a lot of people. Um, yeah, she mentioned Elon Musk and of course entertainment purposes only. Um, and that he's addicted to ketamine and so on. She but she also said, she didn't have any actual proof of it. It was just, that, yeah, he would go off on these little rants and whatnot. Is not a fan of Stephen Miller. And she also admitted that, Trump is all over the Epstein file. Not a big surprise, really. So, did this interview come out now as a diversion? And what would it be diverting from? Well, there are several things that happened over the weekend that, certainly need diversion. So, yeah. Was the article, meant to be a diversion? Mm. Oh my.
I don't know if it was meant to be a diversion, but I do think they sat on it. They had it done, and they were waiting for like the right moment, and the right moment came, and it was decision time to do it. And it could just be timing. It could be this is when they were planning on doing it anyway, and then they had to balance, the benefits of it versus the consequences. I hope Vanity Fair is not getting in a merger with any large media company anytime soon, because Trump will send his goons out there to torpedo any merger deals or something like that. I think they also probably contemplated whether or not they were going to even print it. Maybe we said on this one as well, but there's just a feeling like the Vanity Fair owners like, no, we're doing this. They talked. We're printing. Get used to it.
Yeah. Interesting. I start off with the Three of Swords. This was it was definitely something that they knew it was going to draw a lot of attention. They knew that people involved were going to be exposed to some things that maybe they felt uncomfortable. But Wheel of Fortune, I think that they can see there's a change coming, and they were willing to take a chance. I think they saw it as a good bit of not only financial gain, but also a little bit of maybe exposure in terms of values, and almost like pushing people to take a side and are you in or out? Where are you going to be? You have to very much it feels like picking a side. And maybe it was very much on purpose that now was the time to do it. Wow.
Somebody just put something in the comments. Did you just hit 20,000 subscribers?
Yes.
When did that happen? That didn't happen 2 weeks ago, did it?
No, not 2 weeks ago. That was, I think yesterday.
Oh, good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am.
Isn't it fun when you get a bunch of momentum like that going?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, yeah. Finally, after carrying the barrel uphill, it's like, oh, okay, get out of the way. Yeah. So, Yes, thank you to those of you who have joined us. We've got over 200 in here right now. Very nice. Thank you. So, okay, the um, we kind of have to address some of the things that happened over the weekend in terms of the Rob Reiner and his wife.
Mhm.
That it's unfortunate because there is so much emotion that is going to come into play over the next little while in terms of the other children in the family who they've lost their parents, they've lost their brother, and what was happening in the son's life to just do something um, so awful, like I don't think that he ever planned it. I think it was just one of those, I'm mad at you. How dare you say no to me or whatnot?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And um, Irish Granny Helen was telling me that it was the daughter. Yes, Jason. Yeah, the daughter found them and watched her. Yeah, she went in the ambulance with her mom, who was still apparently fighting for life at that point. So, to watch yeah, to watch your mom die, not a good thing. There's going to be a lot of emotional trauma, and it's going to take a good long time to deal through all of it. So, yeah, whether or not I, I wanted to mention it because I think it's important that we acknowledge all the good that he brought into the world, and they're both of them apparently were lovely individuals, very involved um, with progressive government and so on and so forth. And of course, Cheeto was none too kind, which it's it doesn't shock or surprise me anymore, right?
Yeah.
That yeah, yeah. So um yeah. Now we mentioned it. Yeah, send out as much love, healing, whatever we can to the family while they're dealing with this, and to the friends of the Reiners, because that's a lot to process. That's a lot to process. So the other thing is, of course, the Bondi Beach shooting.
Yeah.
It is unthinkable to me that there is that kind of hatred in the world. What could possess a father and son to decide to do that if it wasn't um, religious zealotry? So um, I guess that the question that I have with that um, is this going to highlight the need for gun control around the world? I know that Australia has some pretty stringent um, gun rules in place. I think they might go even further, but is that shooting, along with the Brown University shooting, are people going to start to realize that gun control is necessary?
Never happened in the United States anytime, or at least not anytime soon.
Yeah. Yes. I wonder. Sorry. I just want to scroll up and see this. Okay, sorry about that. Just have to look at something. I think that let's start with the Ten of Swords. It is making people pay attention. It is making people look at things and deciding where their values are with the Page of Pentacles. What is it? How important is it that I own a gun? I think that people are seriously going to start to review those, where those values come from. And they're going to come up hopefully with some new ideas, some new ways of doing things with the with the wands are about desires, wants, and so on. And I think that the two wands are almost saying, okay, maybe we need to pay attention to the greater good rather than my particular good. I think there are going to be some gun laws and changes coming in. I think people are going to be more willing to accept those. And I end with the King of Swords, the coming to terms with the truth. And the truth is, guns kill people. You don't need to have guns.
Okay. For me, I'm going to get a layered reading here. To answer the question, I get the Six of Coins as the foundation of the reading. I think there's going to be movement. It may not be huge movement. Like in Australia, already have gun control laws and rather strict ones, but there's probably going to be some more small changes on that one. And center underneath it is the Hierophant, and underneath is the Tower card. So the undercurrent is there's a lot of shock in the world with the world and world governments about this. That's going to cause for some changes because they want people to be safe, and they want to put an end to stuff like this. Now the end comes one step at a time. There's not going to be any one law that fixes it all, but it's going to move down. It's going to move that argument down the path and getting more control under it. And I said I was going to do a layered reading. This is to Jason Vincent 77's comment saying, people are saying that Benjamin Netanyahu, funded their cache of guns as he did Hamas terrorists and moved the festival closer to the gates. Funding. Things being given with the government. And then you've got sudden shocks and endings, naivety, and the Ten of Swords endings. Would Netanyahu have done something like this? I think so, if nothing else, to generate support for his country and his cause, because he's not getting the support. And you've seen, I think people have seen this, Netanyahu quoted something to the tune of, well, when you protect terrorists, this is what you get, or something along those lines. The implication was Australia deserved this, and they earned this because they didn't want Israel bombing civilians in Gaza.
Yeah, Yeah. So you're,
I'm really done with this timeline.
yeah, yeah. I think you're probably onto something. Yeah, absolutely.
It would. Let's put it this way: it wouldn't be beyond Netanyahu to do something like this. Kill some Jewish people not living in Israel to generate a false flag thing to move his agenda forward. Because he's not. It's not like he's for the Israeli people. He's for his agenda and his power.
Yes,
Like Trump, like Putin.
exactly. Exactly. Okay. Oops. All right. Sorry. My cards are kind of going all over the place. Okay. So, along with Bondi, of course, yeah, the Brown University shooting. Again, something that, the idea that it's my right to own a gun and whatnot kind of goes out the window. But in this case, I'd like to concentrate, if we can, on Kash Patel.
Mm.
Kash Patel, who came out and, yeah, we got the shooter. We got him. Yeah, yeah, got the shooter at Brown University. What? No, we don't have the shooter? Okay, yeah. So maybe we don't have the shooter, but we're going to find a shooter.
We have concepts of a shooter.
We have concepts of a shooter. Yes. So I think this, is this going to push Kash Patel out? I am so tired of his not. He's supposed to be the director of the FBI. Do you check with people that work with you? Do you like? He's not making the administration look good. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah. And thank you, Jason Vincent. That is very kind of you. Jason Vincent gave a gifted at Heart Center Tarot membership. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And whoever got the membership, make sure that you send me your email address so that you can be informed of what's going on. Okay. All right. Is this the end of Kash Patel? And I'm going to go to the forecastle cards for this. Yeah, you'd think with all the money he's making, he'd be able to do something with his eyes. Yeah, he just, yeah, he looks like he's been shocked into submission. What?
He's permanently sharded himself.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Is this the end of Kash Patel? Oh. Well, I get differences divide, irreconcilable. It could be just a bridge too far. Like, this is not the first time that he has done this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Assistance, support, intervention. If he's given another opportunity, it's going to be, look, dude, you get on camera and look at someone sideways. That's it. You're gone. But yeah. Ethical override, logic versus empathy.
There's no empathy in this administration.
Yeah. 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 I think that they're, especially with the last card. No, he's not serving the administration well. He's making everyone look absolutely ridiculously stupid, and I think that he's probably going to get rid of him.
Yeah. Mine is he might get one more chance. While you were looking at your things, I was mouthing. I think he's got one more chance. He may not even have that. And that just really depends if Trump has identified his replacement. If Trump has identified a replacement, he doesn't have any more chances. If
Yeah.
Trump has not identified his replacement fully, then he's got one more chance. Why do I say that? Foundational reading is the Eight of Wands.
Mm.
Things are happening quickly. This is broadcasting over the airwaves. And it's another one of those 6 of Cup moments where you naive idiot, you've done it again and again and again. How many times do we let you do that? Center underneath the Queen of Swords. You've run out of opportunities.
Yes.
It's like, nope, this is an unforced error, and they know it. You need to learn to keep your mouth shut. But then I get the World card because we're done. To me, I think emotionally, Trump is done with Kash Patel.
Mm-hmm.
He's emotionally done with them. And now it's like, if Patel can lie low for a while, Trump will pick somebody to replace him. If Patel goes out there and does another thing like that, he'll be gone really, really quickly.
Yes.
So in both scenarios, Patel is gone. It's just in one scenario, he gets to use the government jet to go fly to his girlfriend singing the national anthem at a WWE event in the middle of rural Arkansas more often than he does if he wants to showboat.
Yeah. So is he gone by the end of the month, or is he gone by the end of January? It's just
that's a free will choice, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And along with Kash Patel, Pete Hegseth. Who?
This is a drinking game. You have to drink twice now. You said his name.
Yes. Yeah, kind of like Beetlejuice, right? Don't say it multiple times.
Don't say it 2 times.
So, they bombed another boat. Another 8. I think it was another 8 people that were killed. And when questioned about the event, yes, he's going to release some videos, but not all the videos, because some of the latest videos have classified information on them. So he's another one that is probably on his last legs as well. In terms of, he's not the questions that are being asked of him, he's not answering in any serious way. Well, I serve at the pleasure of the president. Well, I didn't ask you that. So is Pete Hegseth another one whose job is in jeopardy at the moment? Okay. So while you're contemplating, I got earth fracture, shaky ground. Yes, absolutely. He's very much on shaky ground. He's, again, another one that isn't doing the administration any favors. He's not holding up his end in terms of being able to present things in a way that might be palpable to some people. Okay. I get blurred boundaries.
I thought you said lurid boundaries. It's like, oh my, what type of deck are we dealing with here? I like it.
Yeah. Blurred boundaries.
Blurred boundaries,
Yeah.
blurred.
Yes. Yeah.
I like mine better.
Yes.
See,
I do
comes at the
too.
deck owner.
I do too.
I want another deck. I want another card. I want lurid boundaries.
Yeah.
Go.
So I think, yeah, this has not only to do with Turd in terms of overstepping his position, but being unable to justify his position. And this is also talks to me about the why are you going into the Caribbean? Who asked you to go into the Caribbean and start bombing boats that belong to a sovereign nation? There's been no proof except, trust me, bro, that, this is what was happening. And then the last card is trust collapse, broken credibility. I think he's another one that his his days are numbered. His days are numbered. What do you get?
He still serves at the behest of the president. The vibe I'm getting from this spread. Okay, so 6 coins, charity. Um, uh, it could be a benevolent charity, loyalty in some ways. You owe us something.
Yeah.
Center underneath is the 3 of coins, and I think where the charity is, so long as Hegseth keeps doing the agenda that Trump wants him to do, he's serving a purpose. Underneath those, the 4 of Swords, I think Hegseth is going to be the fall guy if the actions in the Caribbean start leading to court cases, charges, investigations. They're going for the admiral first. They're trying to see if they can stop this thing at the admiral. So, will the mercenary admiral be the guy who takes the fall? If not, the next person up, there's 2 people left. It's Hegseth and Trump. And Trump is not going to take the fall for this one. So Hegseth is going to be the ultimate fall guy. He's going to be the shield with which Donald Trump is going to hide behind when the bullets come, if they make it past the admiral. So it's his job if the admiral plays ball. If the admiral doesn't play ball, then Hegseth will lose his job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of people we just absolutely love and adore, yeah.
We got to talk about Stephen Miller now?
What about cosplay Christy? No, how long will she last? She was really put on the spot in one of the hearings in terms of answering questions and do you believe that people who serve in the military and so on, should they be deported? And and she tried to talk her way out of it. It didn't work. And then when things got really, really heated, she remembered, I have another appointment. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. So she leaves, picks up a baby along the way, whether it was already there or someone handed it over or whatever the case was. But here she is. She's got holding this child like a shield, which is, considering what she did to the dog, not very nice. And doesn't really want to answer too many questions. And after she leaves, only finding out that the meeting that she had to rush off to had been canceled. and it was canceled before she went in.
Didn't I hear something like Benny Thompson called her out on that as she was leaving? It's like, wasn't you mean the meeting that was canceled? I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen. I only saw things from the comments, so
Yes.
It's not necessarily accurate. I don't know how the timing worked.
I thought that I heard something along those lines, but I wasn't sure, so I thought, no, I'm just going to yeah.
Better just say she tried to excuse herself for a meeting that was already canceled, and she probably knew it was canceled, so it was a convenient.
She did. Her office canceled it. So yes, of course she did. It's the same as oh my gosh, who was the other person? Oh, it'll come to me later. Defensive mobilization, tactical response. This is what I get to Christy Nome. Yeah. She had to get out of there. Things were heating up, and she was going to say something that she was going to regret. So it was, very much a tactical response to the situation. Is, oh shit, I got to get out of here. And final echo, loss and warning. Yeah. I don't see that working out for her. I don't think she has any credibility left over, even within the Trump administration. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's another one.
I think Trump will keep her on because she, he sees value in her. She charges forward to get his immigration agenda done. Nothing stops her from doing it. She does have some things that are problematic coming up for her that people are looking at. And I think what we're looking at here are the financial irregularities of diverting funds to companies where she has an interest. Because again, like Sheldon Whitehouse or something like that, I see an investigation starting onto her that's going to be an ongoing investigation. And now she's worried about, legal consequences from that because Trump may not be around to somehow pardon her from grifting like he does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't it amazing how they all think that they can get away with the same things that he does?
Right. And I think it's because I think they live in a bubble. Mm-hmm. They live in a bubble, and everyone around them says you can do this, and there's no pushback. There's no stopping them. Protesters, who cares about them? They're little people. But I just don't think they're thinking right.
No, probably not. Probably not. They're it feels to me like all of them they're going to try to get as much as they can before they get the message that it's time to leave Dodge.
Yeah. And there's a vibe like they're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
Because they've always gotten away with it and everybody always gets away with it.
Yeah.
They may not get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We've got things this week. So don't forget, tomorrow is the State of the Union address. I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait for the Coles notes to come out on that one. I don't know that I'll be necessarily tuning in, but then again, it might be interesting to see if someone does a face plant.
Exactly.
So, there is that. We've got 3i Atlas is on the 19th and 20th, is going to be very, very close to the Earth. Some of the pictures and some of the video that I've seen of that, it's not a comet. It is not a comet, and I can't wait to learn more about what it is. And that's pretty much it. We're at the top of the hour, and I'm getting hungry. So I don't know about you, but I think I'm done. Are you done?
I'm done.
Yeah. There. So thank you, all of you for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed this. And don't forget, we're scheduled to go on again on December 30th, but it's holiday season, so you know, clue in, check in. We'll let you know.
It's
We'll
the
let you know.
holiday season.
Yes, exactly. Who knows? Maybe by the 30th, I will have gone through most of my Christmas liquor or liqueur.
Oh God!
Liqueur.
Merry Christmas.
Exactly. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, David, for doing this with me. I always look forward to doing this and to your fabulous readings. And for those of you, if you're not signed on to David's channel, please do so. He puts out a video every single day, and they are always timely, and he's a fabulous reader.
Oh, go on. Say more.
He is. He is.
Here's the money for you. I'll wire you the money.
Yeah. All right. Okay, everyone. Have a great one, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
And we are on.